Welcome or welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Chimdi. Thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's video, I am going to be showing you guys a couple of booty workouts, booty exercises that are more beginner friendly. So that means I'm not going to be using any weights in this workout or any of these exercises. So this is just to help you to start out your journey, okay, or continue your journey. So I'm going to be talking a lot to give you guys as much information as I can. So if you're interested in that, please keep on watching and let's get straight into the video. So the first exercise here is glute bridges. Everybody and their mama in the fitness influencer world swears by this workout. Well, not everybody, almost everybody. Like, that's what sold me. I was like, okay, this person, that person is saying this is what you gotta do to make your booty bigger. So Chimdi, you have to do it too. This is what you have to do as well. And I did it. But I don't think I can give all the credit to it. I do it all the time when I do like leg days. So I'm sure many of you guys have seen how this is done, but you just lay on your back like so, put your hands to your sides, and then you thrust your hip upwards. I think the main mistake a lot of people make with this is that they use their upper body as well. Like, try not to focus on your upper body. What you're trying to focus on is just using your hips. So imagine your hips are isolated and try to use your hips alone to thrust upwards. And when you're like in that upwards position, you want to squeeze your glutes. So this exercise works your whole glute. So it's just for a total, booty workout. And it really helps with toning your glutes. To help with toning, you actually have to do it like a lot of times. So let's say like 20 reps thereabouts. Okay, so you do that and you make sure you have like controlled movements and you're focusing on your glutes. There's a lot of mind to muscle connection in workouts. There's just generally mind to muscle connection. It really makes a huge difference. So the next exercise is a lateral leg raise. This exercise, you can either do this standing up or lying down on the floor. Generally, when you stand up to do an exercise, it's a bit more difficult than when you're on the floor, because standing up, you're also carrying your body weight as well as doing that exercise. So being on the floor is like the easier, beginner friendly version of this exercise. So to do this, you can either be in this position where your elbows prop you up like so, or you can just lay down on your sides completely. And when you do this, you lift your legs up, and at the top position you want to squeeze your glutes. It also helps if you hold that position for like 2 seconds. Okay, and when you're doing this, make sure you're not moving your upper body too much, okay, because again, you want to focus on your glutes. Okay, you're squeezing your glutes, and this works on your side muscles to give you like, to help reduce the appearance of hip dips, give you like that hip hourglass shape. So the next exercise is swinging glute bridge. This is a variation of a regular glute bridge. What you're doing here is just swinging your hip from side to side, and what that does is that it focuses on one glute at a time. So if you swing to your right, it focuses on your right glute. Swing to your left, focuses on your left glute. It also works on your quads as well. So this one is actually a really pretty good one. I like this one. So you're going to take the regular glute bridge position and then you're going to swing from side to side. So let's say you swing to your right side. When you do that, you're going to take all of the tension, all of the pressure, all of the weight onto your right glutes. So not only are you going to be squeezing your right glutes, your quads are also going to get engaged in order to keep you in that glute bridge position. Okay, so your quads are engaged, your glutes are being squeezed, so like it just helps walk your whole leg, because even your calves get a little bit of action as well in order to hold you up in that glute bridge position. So the next exercise is a donkey kick. This is another very common glute exercise. There are a lot of variations to this exercise, but I'm only going to be talking about the original donkey kick. So to start, you get on all fours like this. Make sure your palms are directly below your shoulders, and then you want to lift your leg in this L-shaped form. So when you lift your leg, make sure you're squeezing your glutes at the top. I'm always going to say that squeezing your glutes is key. Squeeze your glutes at the top and also try to hold it in that top position for about 2 seconds. Okay, and make sure you're keeping a controlled and slow movements. So as you can see, this works on the biggest part of your glutes. It's called gluteus maximus. I'm trying not to say these big words too much so you understand. Also, when you're doing this, try not to dip your back. That means don't let your back go down and up so much, because I think I see that a lot when people are doing this type of exercises. It's not your back that is doing the work, it's your glutes. So try to keep your back, that's like your torso, firm as much as you can. So our next exercise is circular fire hydrants. I'm not very sure if this is what this is called, but this is what I called it because that's what it kind of looks like. It's a little bit of a variation to your regular fire hydrants. In case you don't know why this is called fire hydrants, you know when dogs go to a fire hydrant to pee and how they raise up their legs, like their oh my god, their back legs to pee? Yeah, that's where this is from. So to do this, you get on all fours like the last one, and then you lift your legs to the side. Okay, so when you lift your legs, you have to squeeze your glutes. But guys, I cannot stress how much mind to muscle connection I can't stress it enough. It's very important. If you focus on what you're trying to work on, you're going to get better results, trust me. So focus on the biggest part of your glutes. Just focus on your glutes in general and just squeeze when you're at the top. So when you get there, you're just going to bring it back down, but in like a circular motion. So it's like your knees are kind of drawing a tiny little circle. So it kind of looks like a D, but like just imagine it's a tiny little circle. Okay, and again, keep your torso as firm as you can. Do not move it around too much, and then you rest, because it's important to rest. And remember, if you're seeing me do an exercise, oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? English. If you see me do an exercise on one leg, just know you're going to do it on the other leg. Okay, I just hope everyone knows that. You all know that, right? Okay, good. Let's continue. Next exercise, this is called glute bridge with single leg drop. This is a variation of a glute bridge, as you can already tell. And I just wanted to say, exercises, no matter which exercise, there's almost always like another variation to it. It's just because like our bodies can move in so many different ways. Okay, so let's get into this. So you're going to get into a glute bridge position, and then you're going to leave your one leg on the floor like you're seeing here, and then you're going to swing the other leg up and down, or drop the other leg. So what this essentially does is that the leg that is stationary, you're forcing that leg to take the weight of your body. Okay, so your quads are going to be engaged, your hamstrings are going to be engaged, your glutes especially are going to be engaged. Okay, if like as you get better with this exercise, you're going to be a bit more lifted, because as you can see, I'm a bit close to the floor because I'm not that good at this exercise. It's a bit of a difficult one, so I apologize that it's not that beginner friendly, but it's just to challenge yourself a little bit. Okay, and here I'm just stretching because that one burned. So the next exercise is single leg hip abductor. The last one was a bit difficult, so this one is easy. Hip abductors can be done in many forms. So this is just one form you can do it in, and this form is a bit easier than most of the forms. So to do this, you're going to lean back, use your elbows to prop yourself up, and then raise your knees. Then you're going to swing one leg outwards and then inwards. So this works on your glute muscles, the lesser part of your glute muscles like the medius and the minimus. If you also want to include other muscle groups, you can lift your leg when you go inwards like I'm doing right here. What this is going to do is that it's going to work on your quads. Okay, so another muscle this exercise works on is the TFL, called it's the tensor fasciae latae. I'm sorry, it's a big word, but this muscle right here, this is what gives you that oomph. You know, there's a certain way fitness influencers pose when they're showing off their booty gains or their glutes. There's this part in front of their leg that just makes you know that yes, she worked for it. So that part there, I really like that part. Like that, it's the TFL for me. And the next exercise is glute bridge to hip abductor. This is just two exercises in one. This is also one of my favorite exercises for my glutes. So to do this, you're going to get into the glute bridge position, and then you're going to thrust your hip upwards and squeeze your glutes. So when you're at the top, you're going to spread your knees apart for the hip abductors. When you do that, make sure you're squeezing your glutes as well. Sometimes if I wanted to do just hip abductors, I would just hold that glute bridge position, and I'll just keep abducting. So that's just pulling my legs apart, my knees apart, and that just helps with all of your glute muscles as well as the TFL that I mentioned earlier. And the last exercise I'm going to be showing you guys is single leg glute bridge. I know it's a lot of glute bridges, but it is what it is. Okay, let's get into this. So we're going to get into the normal glute bridge position. We're going to raise one leg up. It doesn't really matter how you raise it up. It might be straight like this, or it can be a little bit bent as far as it's not touching the ground, because you're going to use just one leg to do the glute bridge. Okay, so when you do the glute bridge, when you're at the top, make sure you're squeezing. Okay, squeeze your glutes really well, as much as you can. And this exercise helps with your glutes as well as your hamstrings. It really works on your hamstrings a lot. So just make sure you're having that mind to muscle connection with the muscles that it's supposed to be working on. Okay, and with progression, you can even lift your hips higher, because I noticed that when I first started doing this exercise, I couldn't go as high as a normal glute bridge, because I can really raise my hip to go high when I'm doing a normal glute bridge. But with this one, I couldn't really go high. But as you progress, you can raise your hips higher. Okay, And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you found it useful, please let me know in the comment section. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.